Hi everyone, I'm Terry.
And I'm Angel.
And we have an amazing show for you today. I'm so excited. We just got back from a nice workout outside. As you guys know, we're training for a 5K. So today was our first day training outside. We've been indoors primarily. So it was nice. It was a great run, an amazing run. Everyone has been asking, first of all, the comments. Oh my God.
Yes.
The comments. You know, what you guys have shared with us and just, you know, your experiences with making some of our recipes, sharing with us some of your recipes. Oh my God,
it's been
unbelievable.
Amazing. We're so motivated.
Well, we're super motivated, super excited. So thank you so much. Much love. We love you guys so much.
Yes.
But we're going to have an incredible show today. Everyone's been asking, Angel, what do you eat raw? Terry, what do you eat high raw? Because I'm still, you know, primarily raw, but also whole food plant-based. So I incorporate, you know, raw and whole food plant-based, which is nice because we can kind of show the best of both. So today we're going to do what do we eat in a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I think everyone will be really excited about it, right, babe?
Oh my gosh, we're super pumped, and thank you so much for asking. Because when you ask, we want to deliver because we just get all of our motivation from our whole food plant-based family. So thank you. So in light of me finally getting outside today, we had a goal. Terry said we're going to start running outside in February, and I thought, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? In the Northeast it's freezing. But we got up this morning, he had all my gear for me. It was amazing, and I'm just on this amazing high. I can't even believe it, but it is time to eat. And Terry got me this. Don't worry, run happy. So I wore it for you because I'm so excited. And he was just beside me the whole time saying, honey, you're doing great. We got this. You know, it was just, so I couldn't do any of this without you. Terry always says Angel saved my life with food. But Terry has saved my life too. I'm just like, feel like the epitome of health because of you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway. So what we eat in a day, we are coming back from that run. We just got a bath really quick because you didn't want to see that mess. And we decided that we are going to have something in the morning. I'm going to have a juice. Terry's
going to have my super green energy drink.
Yeah,
I guess that's what you call it because
super
it is
green. Well, smoothie.
Yeah,
Terry's gonna have a
absolutely.
smoothie,
and it's full of different stuff. And I'll tell you about it, honey. You want to start with yours first, and then I'll kind of incorporate what I do.
Sure, I'm fine with that. So to tell you the truth, when we came back from the run, I always tell everybody, listen to your body, listen to your body. So my body was like, hey, so now we're gonna take a shower and do all this stuff, and I'm feeling like I want something. So the truth be told, we both did have a beautiful orange. It's February.
Yes.
And where we live in Pennsylvania, I'm sure many places all over the world, but it is orange season. And the oranges are huge, their meals.
Huge, sweet,
so,
delicious.
They're just so good. Oranges are amazing in February. So we had a nice big orange. Terry had his own, I had mine. So the truth be told, we already had that, and then we got ready. So now we are going to have really the first true meal, and I'm going to have a juice. In my juice, I put just organic celery. I mean, there's a handful. I don't know how much is here. Use what you like. I use dandelion greens because I told you before.
Amazing.
These are so good for you. And any opportunity I have to get the dandelion greens is incredible. I use a whole cucumber. I just cut it up. I use a bunch of kale, so I just kind of pull it out of the bag because it's already like triple washed and whatever. I use a bunch of kale, and I just use one of my favorite apples. This is probably a medium size. I cut it up to put it through the juicer, but this is a Honeycrisp apple. Is one of my favorites. I hear a lot of people make these. They put Granny Smith or whatever, but I like the Honeycrisp. Eat what you like. And then another thing, the last thing I like to put once I have everything juiced, and I love smoothies too, but today I just feel like having a juice because it just kind of, when you drink the juice, the body doesn't have to break down any of the fibers. And I had a lot of fiber in the orange this morning, and I just wanted to go right into my bloodstream and keep this energy high or whatever I'm on right now going.
Exactly, throughout the day.
I do use 2 tablespoons of some kind of super green something. I am not privy to anybody's brand. Terry and I are not. We just get something that only has greens in it. And if it's sweetened with like some kind of apple or some kind of berry or papaya, something like that, as long as it's all organic and it's sweetened in the powder that way, we're fine. But nothing else but greens and things like kale and spinach and nettle leaves and even plantain leaf. We've had ones with plantain leaf in it, watercress, dandelion greens. I love the ones that list the dandelion greens on there because, you know, I just love it. They got the dandelion root and the dandelion leaf in there. Moringa is a really great one. Cactus is incredible for you. Yes, right. So something with cactus in it, chicory, I don't know, arugula. I mean, licorice root. You get my point.
Exactly.
It just makes sure that it only has that in it. But because that just gives us extra greens, an extra boost of energy, keeps us going and keeps our bodies really happy, keeps you regular, keeps you happy.
Exactly. And there's so many to choose from. And like Angel said, we don't really promote any particular one, but do your research, do your homework. They're not all created equal. Make sure you get the one, like Angel said, it has organic, natural, you know, greens, roots, and so on and so forth. And just make sure it's something that, you know, has the right, is hitting the right, you know, minerals and vitamins. And wild, exactly. Wild. You know, veggies, and just making sure it's hitting all the right, you know, nutrients that you need and that you want. So it's been awesome.
We don't substitute with any kind of protein powders. We have plenty of protein in our diets. We don't substitute. It's not a substitute, like Terry was just saying. It's just more wild greens that we're adding to our drinks, and it's awesome.
It's amazing. So I'll start with and
what I put in your smoothie.
So my super green smoothie in the morning. So I will use one frozen banana. I'll also use the dandelion leaf. Greens. Oh my God, these are beautiful. These are awesome. I use chopped spinach and kale, 2 cups of chopped spinach and kale, organic. So
it's frozen.
It's frozen. We find this at, you know, BJ's, if you have a BJ's around you. But it's organic chopped spinach and kale. 2 cups to start, and then I'll add in my peanut butter powder, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter powder.
Terry loves peanut butter.
Angel makes the almond milk, so almond with water and also with the vanilla bean, which is delicious. And if I run out of this and I don't have any of this, and again, 2 cups, then I'll use and again, you can use whatever oat milk that you like, but we found the Planet oat milk unsweetened. I get the one with the vanilla, or you can get the one with that's not sweetened.
I think we've told them before.
Is the best one that you can use, and I'll kind of put that up to the camera there so you can see it. But this one is really good. And then I'll come back with another 1 cup of the chopped spinach and kale, and that's pretty much it.
3 cups of the frozen chopped spinach and kale, right, honey?
Yep. Okay. 3 cups total. 2 to start with your frozen banana, and
he's telling me how he builds it, how he layers it, so it works in the blender. I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
And it is amazing. It really starts my day full of energy, just full of the vitality and the nutrients that I need to just, you know, get up and go. So it's been amazing.
How about when you first started drinking these? Like when I first start going raw, and I was like, well, what are we gonna have? And we eat sometimes different things for breakfast, maybe fruit, or Terry would have oatmeal or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that stuff. That stuff is amazing. And you can have oatmeal if you're raw too. You just have to soak it. And obviously it's delicious. But when I started making some smoothies and things, Terry noticed that it was holding him for so long.
Yes.
He said, this smoothie is holding me for so long, because I would say, honey, do you want it like a mid-morning snack? No,
so it holds me to lunch.
Satisfying.
Great point, honey. Yeah, thanks for saying that. Great point. It really, to your point, it keeps me satisfied. It starts my day off with, again, all the energy and the nutrients that I need to really just, you know, go throughout the day. It was amazing, especially, you know, with the combination of the organic, you know, chopped kale and spinach and just peanut butter powder. And I mean, it just, yeah, these are amazing.
I want you to eat dandelion greens.
Dandelion greens. That was something new for me, but they are really, really, really amazing, and it's helped, you know, me from a health perspective, and we'll talk about that too at another show.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's been amazing.
All right, so Terry is gonna whip up his in the blender. I'm gonna make mine. I just use a cold press juicer, so it takes a minute, and then we'll come right back and show you what they look like.
All right, we are back with our green power drinks. I have a green power smoothie.
And I have a green juice, and these are delicious.
Delicious. Oh my gosh, let's see.
It just, you know, when you drink it, it just kind of, you feel it going in. And it's
exactly.
Just, I don't know, it gives you this energy and just, it makes you feel amazing over the top,
exactly.
Doesn't it?
Vitality. And my, you know, my drink is creamy because I put the banana. And when I put all the other stuff in, you know, and I grind it up, it's just, it has that little peanut butter taste like I like as well. So just a unbelievable smoothie. So we were talking while we were making our smoothies, and I was saying, you know, babe, why don't you make those cauliflower wings you made last week? Because they were out of this world. So we're going to make those for you today. And babe, why don't you tell them what's in it?
Yeah, so this is actually going to be our dinner because a lot of times we'll eat leftovers for lunch or something like that. I know some people have written in and say, is all you eat is salads? And I mean, absolutely do not just eat salads, because I get a lot of my creativity flowing and excitement about making things through Terry and the things that I know he loves and enjoys, the flavors and all that, and I get really excited, and it just gets my creativity going crazy, and I love doing it.
Exactly.
And I also get a lot of that from my mom too, because I like to make meals that I know that she can enjoy, because she is so conscious of her health and you know, she beat her type 2 diabetes and all those things we've talked to you about. So I also try to make meals that I think would make her happy. So this meal that I made is like a twofer, a Terry and a mom. So it's really cool.
And it's out of this world. And to your point, honey, you know, a lot of people do ask, well, you know, what do you guys eat? You know, and that's why we felt compelled to do this video, to give you different varieties. And we'll do videos, as you guys know, throughout the weeks and throughout the coming months. But we are far from just eating salads. Yeah. I mean, and it's really Angel, what she creates in the kitchen. I like to call it kind of our test lab kitchen. It's almost like a chemistry lab. She spent a lot of time on this specific recipe just to get it right, tweaking it, making sure she had the right ingredients. But she nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Terry's my biggest fan. That's so awesome. Because wings are a big part of what used to be a big part of Terry's life. And having something a little bit sweet in there. He used to love barbecue wings. So we're going to make these now, because we are going to put them in a dehydrator. I'm going to show you how simple this is. Like Terry said, it takes me a lot of time to make up these recipes and what's going on in my head and making sure that when everything comes together, it tastes right. But once I have the recipes, everything is boom, boom, boom. It's so easy. Right. So this is an easy meal for you. Prep it. Put it in your dehydrator. If you don't have a dehydrator, don't worry. We dehydrate this because I want it to be raw, so it'll be cooked at 118 degrees to keep all the nutrition and nutrients in the cauliflower. But if you don't have a dehydrator, put it in your oven on the lowest setting. I was looking at my oven and I said, what's the lowest setting? So any normal oven, the lowest setting is usually around 170 degrees, which will take some of the nutrients out of the cauliflower. But I mean, you can do that. My oven has a proofer on it. I don't know if your oven has a bread proofer, but the temperature is 110 degrees. So if I didn't have a dehydrator, I could put it in my oven for 110 degrees and just let it go in there maybe 2 hours longer than I would let it go in 118 degree dehydrator.
Just different options.
These wings can also be air fried in your air fryer if you're not raw, but you just want to have these delicious wings. These wings can be baked in your oven. You could cook these wings any way you want. For Terry and I today, because we're spending the day together, we are going to have these dehydrate it.
I'm
Okay?
excited.
All
I
right.
am excited. So the good thing, to your point, there's so many different varieties, right?
Yes. Of how
you just named like 4 different
different ways you can cook them. So this is not just raw. Today we're going to eat them raw, but you can cook them. It's amazing.
Yes.
Wait till you taste this. Okay.
All
so
right.
this is called candy apple cauliflower wings. Candy apples. So that's amazing. I'm going to start with 2 small, or either 2 small to medium honey crisp apples, or if you have a really jumbo one, because sometimes those honey crisp apples are crazy large.
Yes.
You could just use one of those. We just peeled the skin off and cut the core out. Okay, 2 of those. Juice of 1 lemon.
Okay.
So we're gonna put all this into a blender. Wait till you see how easy this is. The juice of 1 lemon, 1 Roma tomato. I just cut it in half to help the blender. So 1 Roma tomato, a 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes. So you can either put these in there just right out. I keep mine in the fridge so they don't go bad, and I love having sun-dried tomatoes around. But either way, I put these in just a little bit of water for less than 5 minutes just to make them a little bit softer. So a 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomato. It's not necessary to soak them if you don't want to, but I'm just telling you what I do. Okay, 1 clove of garlic. So that's here, it kind of broke up, but 1 whole clove of garlic. And then, honey, 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds.
Okay.
So just sesame seeds I buy at the store, 2 tablespoons of those. 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
So I wanted this to be a nut-free recipe. So just a few things of seeds. A 1/2 of a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, so raw apple cider vinegar in this case. If you don't have that, just use plain apple cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon of tamari. So now it's gluten-free and nut-free because I'm not using soy sauce or anything like that. 2 tablespoons of raw tahini. I love this tahini. My mom got me eating this one. We get it off of Amazon. It's called Pepperwood Organic. Use whatever kind of tahini you want. But just be careful if you want to eat raw. A lot of the tahinis are roasted, and this one is not roasted. These are just raw ground sesame seeds. So 2 tablespoons. I didn't measure this out because it's kind of sticky. So honey, just pour in 1, 2.
Okay.
However much you get in there is fine. And then I used a 1/2 cup of water. So I made a 1/2 cup of water.
Okay. This is sticky.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's
Tahini's delicious. It's kind of thick, you know?
Exactly.
And then in this bowl, I have 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So if you're like my mom, she tastes that heat right away. I didn't feel like this was really heated, so you could beef up the cayenne pepper. You can take the cayenne pepper out. The recipe is very versatile to your liking.
Okay.
And then for the main ingredient, or what's going to make it sweet, I used here 6 medjool dates because these taste like caramel to me. So it's like caramel apple.
They do.
I love eating them just like this. But 6 medjool dates. Now, and I also used 2 dried figs. And the reason why I'm using 2 dried figs is because my mom loves figs. And I was like, okay, I'm going to throw some figs in here too. Do not run out and buy a thing of figs if you want to make this and you don't have dried figs in your house. Just use 2 more dates. So either 8 dates or 6 dates and 2 dried figs. This one's for you, Mom. So there we go. Then we're going to put the lid on and zhuzh it up and make it nice and creamy. So Terry, you get the honors.
Alrighty, we are ready.
That's beautiful, honey. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
So what you can do is just take 1 head of cauliflower, anything you like. I like to use the ones that I made last week for Terry and I, or the colored cauliflower, different colors, but it doesn't matter. I just bought this whole cauliflower organic. Buy what you can buy and just dump them and cut them into the sizes that you like. So Terry and I kind of like ours about this size, but if you like them bigger, smaller, whatever you like.
Bite size.
And dump them in here. Oh, I'll get a rubber spatula, honey.
All right. Get a little helping hand there.
Try to get a little help. Sure. Because it's nice and thick.
Yes.
Which you want because you want it to stick to the cauliflower.
Yes.
When you're cooking it or dehydrating
it.
It.
Delicious.
It just, woo.
Smells delicious.
We are big time smellers over here, aren't we?
Someone has to invent where you can smell through the video.
Oh my gosh, then we'd have to run out and buy ingredients immediately, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
So this is gorgeous.
Okay,
Thank
awesome.
you so much. So you just put this on top of here, and then what I'm going to do is just mix it up on here, coat the cauliflower really well.
Smells delicious.
It really does.
That really coats
well too. I'm so excited
too.
with this. And then, the cool thing about this is it's just raw whole foods. So if you want to taste it before you coat your cauliflower, and if you want it sweeter or hotter, you could add more dates. You could add more cayenne.
Good idea.
If you wanted a little bit more tart with a bite, you could add a little bit more apple cider vinegar or lemon juice. If you want more garlic, add more garlic, whatever you like. But this is really the base of.
Look how that coated really well. I know. Let me show them this coating. It's incredible.
How it coats.
Wow, look at that. Isn't that incredible how it coated? Wow.
Really nice.
Incredible.
So all we're going to do now, we're basically done making dinner. We are going to take these wings and we're going to set them on dehydrator pads. We're going to put them in the dehydrator. I'm going to cook these at 118 degrees anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. So when we ate them the other night, it was 8 hours. If you wanted a little bit more or maybe try to get it a little bit crispier, you could do it for 10. The 8 was great. You could do 8, 10, 12 hours. The cool thing is you're not burning it or overcooking it.
Right.
Or you could put this in your oven if you just want to cook it as a whole food, plant-based heated meal. You could put this in your oven, I would say 350 for, let's say 20 minutes on parchment paper on a cookie sheet, and then I would flip them over and I would cook them for maybe another 8 to 10 minutes on the other side, and you'll be able to tell if they're at the consistency you want. Probably the same thing for your air fryer. If you have a proofer in your oven like I do, you set it for 110 degrees, put it in there. If you don't want to literally cook it, you just want to dehydrate it. And at 110 degrees, I would probably leave it in there for 10 to 12 hours or something. So there's a bunch of different ideas. But we are going to get these on the dehydrator sheets. We're going to let them cook for 8 hours and we're done. When the dehydrator goes off in 8 hours, we eat. So I think, what's up, honey, next? Lunch. Lunch is up next. That's going to be exciting.
Absolutely. We'll be back with lunch, guys. Take care. All right, we are back with an amazing lunch. The wings are smelling unbelievably delicious. I can't wait to dig into those a little later. What do we got, babe?
So we are going to have leftover burgers that I made last night, and they were so good. Oh my gosh, Team Greer.
Absolutely.
But these burgers were incredible, and what I wanted to do is I've made some raw burgers that I've dehydrated and they've been delicious, but I'm really trying to figure out how to give recipes and make recipes that I can whip up and eat. And if I don't have preparing, I don't mind preparing things at night, putting them in the dehydrator in the morning or at night. I don't mind that because the dehydrator is doing all the work, but I really wanted a burger that we could was sort of moist and room temperature and we could just eat. So I came up with this burger. And
so good.
I love it. I just love it. So I couldn't wait to have more today. I also made a cheese. This is going to be a cheeseburger. I also made a cheese that, wow, I will put it up against any store cheese. It is so delicious. So to do this burger justice, and I made these homemade pickles.
Oh my gosh, homemade pickles.
Oh no, they're so good. So to do these burgers justice, don't get upset with me, but I want to give you the full gamut. These are already made. I want to take you through this recipe because they're so good. You whip it up and you eat it. There's no dehydrating, there's no cooking. If you want the burger cooked, you can cook it. Cook it just like how I told you with the black bean burgers. Put it in the oven, 350 degrees, I don't know, 20 minutes. I've never tried it out, but that sounds about right to me. They're a great consistency. So if you want them cooked, but you got to try these. I'm going to bring you the burgers. I'm going to bring you the pickles on the same day. And then we are going to do, in short order, these videos are coming soon. I promise, because you got to try these. And we're going to do a cheese video because this cheese is the best cheese I've ever made. It's
Angel's
out of the park.
Honey, you've made a lot of different cheeses, but this one is probably at the top, right up there at the top. So, and it warrants us doing a cheese video.
It really does. It really does, because I got to bring you some different kinds of cheese, but this one is so good. It's actually a little bit too good because I find myself nibbling on it. It's just... So for the cheese lover in me, this is working. So here's what we're going to do. We're having leftovers for lunch. It's easy. It's already made. Here's the burger. So one for my sweetie. These are right out of the fridge. You see how they are? I hope you can see them. Yummy, yummy. So,
and the consistency, I should say,
it's hard to explain.
Yeah, the consistency and the texture is so delicious. I mean, it is right. It is hard to explain. So when we take you through the video and we actually make them, you'll actually be able to see. But wow, just the consistency of a burger, it's incredible.
It's
but
awesome.
much flavorful.
Yeah.
Much more flavorful.
So, and I just put them in the food processor when I make it and put them in patties and we ate them right on these. We have these butter lettuce wraps, or, you know, like the living lettuce. Delicious.
Cheese.
So, a couple slices of cheese.
Please.
For my sweetie.
Cheese, please.
And a couple slices of cheese for me. Delicious. Let's put some tomato. So however much tomato.
Tomato.
Yep. Tomato. I love tomato on burgers.
I could actually eat all these pickles. I'll save you some, babe.
Okay. Well, there's plenty because I made a lot. So here's some microgreens. These are pea microgreens. So you could put some microgreens on top if you like. However you like it. But I do like to add some greens. Just because it makes it yummy. And pickles on top.
Like extra pickles.
Oh, I love these pickles. Are so good. I have to bring you this recipe. So here's some extra pickles for you.
Thanks, honey.
With my burger, I'm gonna have a side salad, and because of that run and everything today, the juice. Whoa! I felt so good after I drank that. But I'm also going to have a small side of fresh cut fruit that I made. Delicious. It's got grapes in it and strawberries and watermelon and blueberries. Delicious.
So good. And with my burger, I'm going to have fresh cut potatoes.
Yep.
So fresh cut potatoes baked in the oven. Delicious.
Into fries.
And into fries. And then what I'll do is I'll probably have another burger. So that's all I'm going to have for right now. So
when I made these
delicious
last night, these burgers, Terry ate 3 of them. So I knew that's a really good burger. So he ate 3 and he'll have 2 today. But anyway, let's,
all right.
You want to?
Yep.
Well, Terry, I picked mine up.
Because I have so much going on here, I'm going to cut
like
mine.
A burger.
Little situation
Terry's
here.
Cut his, but I'm just going to pick mine up and eat it. They are delicious. Salud. Enjoy.
Wow. So good. So good and delicious. I cannot wait to do this video and show them this burger. It's incredible.
When you put it all together with the burger, the cheese,
the pickles,
the tomato, the lettuce.
It's unbelievable.
This is so fulfilling. I'm telling you, even if you don't eat vegan or you don't eat raw, try these. You'll be utterly impressed. You will love it.
And you get layers of flavor. Layers of flavor. To your point, honey, from the pickles all the way down to the tomatoes, all the way down to the burger. So
let's finish our lunch up.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back to you with dinner.
All right. Take care, guys. All right, we are back for dinner. The wings turned out amazing. Oh my gosh.
They did, and we are ready. That lunch was
the smell.
So good. Do you hear me? It was so good. I will tell you that in between lunch and now, I did have a couple dried dates just because, you know, one or two of those, it just tastes like, takes a little edge off. It's a little sweet. It tastes like candy to me. So I did have those. So I'm just trying to be fair about what do I eat in a day. So I did have a couple of those, and I had a couple small, very, very small handful of pumpkin seeds with it. So it was really good. And it just kind of took the edge off before dinner was ready. And sometimes I like something sweeter, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay. So we just took the wings out of the dehydrator. And
they turned out amazing. Look at that. Unbelievable.
They're gorgeous. So we are going to eat these with our hands. We have here a couple dipping sauces that I've shared with you, except for this one on the end. This is the peanut sauce from our sauce recipe. This is the ranch dressing from our dressings video.
Right.
And this is just what I call a sweet mustard. It's Dijon mustard mixed with coconut nectar. You can mix it with maple syrup if you like. I just don't call it honey mustard because it's not honey, but it's like a sweet mustard, and it's just whatever ratio to your taste. So that's it. We are going to taste these and dip.
With our fingers, huh?
With our fingers,
just like
if you don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, where am I going to go?
I'm going to go with the honey. I'm going to go with the mustard.
The sweet mustard. Okay, I'll try the ranch.
All right.
Because I know I love the ranch.
All right. Salud.
Salud. Now I have a little mustard too.
Wow.
These are a little bit crunchy.
So good. Amazing. Amazing.
A little bit crunchy. And if you think about things, these were cooked at 118 degrees. You know, if you got a wing in a restaurant, maybe you would eat it steaming hot out of the fryer, but I doubt it. It would have to cool off. So these are not cold. They're just room temp.
Yeah, room
so
temp.
They're actually delicious.
But the taste,
I want. They're a little bit
taste
sweet.
is amazing. A little bit sweet.
I want to try it in the peanut. Can I?
Absolutely. Wow.
I love it in the peanut.
So good. I'm going to try the ranch.
These are so good. So we're going to eat these.
Wow.
We will have,
Amazing.
I mean, sometimes I like to have these on a wrap. So kind of like what we showed you earlier, the living lettuce, or they call it Boston lettuce or butter lettuce. Put them in there like a taco. You could put pico de gallo on the top. I also like to make a little bit of slaw with this peanut sauce because these are sweet. You could just put the wings inside the lettuce and put the peanut sauce slaw on top and eat it like a taco. It's really crunchy and delicious.
Yeah, we've had them that way before.
Yes,
so to your point, a lot of varieties of different ways you can eat these.
Definitely variety. These would be great baked. They'd even be crispier. If you don't want them to be gluten-free, you could even, once you cover them, you could roll them in a little bit of panko breadcrumb, and you could bake them that way, and they'd be even crispier on the outside if you want to bake. But there's endless things you could do with these. You could put them over a bed of lettuce and use some kind of, you know, you could make it an Asian flair, or you could make it a, you know, more chipotle flavor if you like. Idea. There's so many things you can do, but I think tonight I'm going to eat these. I'm going to have a salad on the side. We'll see what you
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to have a salad on the side. I'm going to put a few in a couple, you know, in some bib lettuce, butter lettuce. So we'll see. There's endless variety. So, but either way you go, you can't go wrong. These are unbelievably good.
Unbelievable. So maybe tonight, a lot of times at night, if we eat earlier, sometimes Terry will want a snack, and he'll have like the fresh cut fries. We just cut the potatoes. He'll put them in the air fryer, and he'll have a few of those. Not a lot.
No.
Not an abundance.
Yeah, just a handful. Yeah.
Just some. And if I want to have something at night, I've noticed since I've been eating this way, the raw way, that I don't have those cravings at night, which is really awkward because I think I've had them for a very long time. But if I do want something at night, sometimes I'll have frozen fruit because it just tastes like a dessert. So something like that. So we might have something like that later. We might not. Just depends on how many of these wings, because this is only one part of the wings that we cooked. We have a lot of them.
Right.
It just depends on how we eat them and what have you. But that's what we eat in a day.
That's right.
Or today.
Honey, you made some ice cream the other day. We should have a show about the ice cream that you made.
Yeah,
that
the ice cream was really
delicious. You
good.
can almost have a show on the different varieties of ice cream that you make.
So hungry for like a chocolate almond ice cream, so I made it, but it was really good. Anyhow, this is what we eat in a day. Sometimes during the week, usually Terry will have a warm meal at lunchtime. And that's usually like a rice bowl.
Yeah,
right,
rice bowl. Yeah, with beans, quinoa, corn, maybe a little pico de gallo or something like that. So something to that nature, if you will. Sometimes I may have an Asian flair. If I have beans, I may have some rice, or I may have some slaw, Asian slaw. So just a different variety of cooked foods, and also raw. But it just kind of gives me that extra and satisfaction that I need when I'm eating. So
yeah, absolutely. But you usually only do it once a day, unless you have your little fries or something like that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's it. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video.
Absolutely.
And we'll definitely bring you more what we eat in a day, because this is just a microcosm of the things that we eat. But anyway, thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. If you like the video, like the video. If you like us,
please subscribe.
And we will see you real soon. Take care, guys.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.